Another busy day at the state capitol as the Omnibus Bill continues to trudge forward.
Tonight, the entire House of Delegates is having a say in it. 13 News reporter Adrienne Robbins joins us now live with the latest. Adrienne.
Pat and Jennifer, it's certainly already been a long day here at the state capitol, and it's looking like it's going to be a late night as well. The House of Delegates debating on amendments to that controversial education bill as we speak. And we've already seen a lot of changes so far, but we are certainly going to be seeing more changes tonight.
And calling for another strike. Let's get the very latest live now with 13 News' Adrienne Robbins. Adrienne, what's the latest?
Pat and Jennifer, obviously those three unions announcing that there will be a statewide strike of teacher and school personnel starting tomorrow. I'm joined now by President of AFT West Virginia, Fred Albert, and tell me, how did you guys come to this decision today?
Announce the plans for that strike.
That's right, Pat and Jennifer. It's a move union leaders have been threatening for weeks, ever since the controversial bill was formed. But tonight they pulled the trigger, leaving some shocked and some empowered.
As of tomorrow, we are calling a statewide strike of our teachers.
It's empty and quiet in here now, but come Tuesday, the House and the Senate could be facing a sea of red.
For what provision are you striking? Why would you shut our schools over the largest pay raise in state history?
Just days shy of the one-year anniversary of the teacher strike. The teacher unions calling for a second strike.
Don't start those buses tomorrow.
The announcement coming just before the state Senate passed the Omnibus education bill by a vote of 18 to 16.
They're not at the table doing the things that they need to do. Rather, they're just standing in opposition to the progress that needs to occur in our education system. They called a strike before we even voted.
But many educators felt like a seat at the table was never offered by the Senate.
It feels like they're resorting to a lot of the same underhanded tactics that they did last year, you know, telling us one thing, doing another, and thinking that we're not paying attention, and we are.
The House of Delegates had made significant changes to the bill last week, but the amendment introduced on Monday reintroduced educational savings accounts and lifted the amount of charter schools to 7 instead of 2. Among other changes.
You saw what the Senate did. I mean, they didn't even give their own senators, their own colleagues, more than 10 minutes to look at a bill. This is not about them trying to do things the right way. This is about standing up for our kids.
The strike will begin on Tuesday, just as the House receives the newest of this controversial bill.
We'll have to see how it plays out tomorrow. We trust our House colleagues to do the right thing.
I'm as ready as I'm going to be, aside from making a couple of signs. And hopefully the Senate will hear us faster this year than they did last year.
I asked Senate President Mitch Carmichael if he believed this version of the bill would be something Governor Justice would sign, and he said he hadn't spoken to the governor but believed this could change his mind.
The House reconvenes at 6 p.m. and before they do, the governor wanted to make his opinion known to the educators who stormed the Capitol today. 13
News reporter Adrienne Robbins joins us now live from the Capitol with more on that part of our team coverage. Adrienne.
And Jennifer, the governor was speaking to a big crowd earlier today when he said he is glad the education bill is dead. He said that there were good things in that bill, but he couldn't get on board on things like charter schools and ESAs. He said the more research he did, the more he believes those things will not work here in West Virginia. Now, obviously, the House does reconvene at 6 o'clock, but the governor said after talking to House leadership, he believes this bill will remain dead. Senate Bill 451 is dead, right? Well, maybe. There's still a day for the House to reconsider the controversial bill, and the teachers are leaving nothing to chance.
That education bill is dead, and I'm glad of that, because
with a vote of 53 to 45, Senate Bill 451 was postponed indefinitely on Tuesday.
Cooler heads prevailed here in the House of Delegates, and we've shut down Senate Bill 451 and a lot of the dangerous parameters that it included.
Senate President Mitch Carmichael reacted to the vote, saying in a statement, "I am disappointed, but let me be clear, I am not defeated."
I would say to Senator Carmichael, we're not defeated either, and we're willing to fight as much as we need to fight for public education and for students in our state of West Virginia.
With the bill dead, the governor had a message for educators at the Capitol.
I'm calling upon you to go back to work. Go back to work right now. Go back to work tomorrow and everything, because give this process now a chance to really work.
But that process is what union leaders are worried about. The House still has a day to reconsider Senate Bill 451.
Our members have told us loud and clear that they don't want to leave anything to chance. They don't want to go back and be in the buildings tomorrow and take a chance of not being here in the Capitol watching this bill.
So until the bill is dead and buried after Wednesday's floor session,
Ladies and gentlemen, turn off your engines tomorrow.
no school for thousands on Wednesday.
Adrienne Robbins joins us now live from the Capitol. Adrienne, can you update us on the status of the pay raise bill?
Pat and Jennifer, House Bill 2730 breezed through House Finance Committee earlier this afternoon. That bill, as you said, includes a pay raise without the excess of the Omnibus Bill. It includes a 5% pay raise for not only teachers, but school personnel and state troopers. It's being called the governor's bill, and for good reason. It's his bill. Now, the governor did call on lawmakers yesterday to take up this bill immediately, and they were obviously listening. Another group listening very closely, the teachers. Now, as far as Senate Bill 451 goes, as soon as the House gavels out tonight, that bill is officially dead. And after that, we hope to have an update on the teacher strike as well. Now, we're going to continue to keep you updated throughout the afternoon here at the state capitol. But for now, live in Charleston, I'm Adrienne Robbins, 13 News, working for you.
Those teachers again leaving the Capitol with no Senate Bill 451, but there is still that pay raise that was promised from last year's strike.
13 News reporter Adrienne Robbins joins us now live from the state capitol with what's next for those teachers. Adrienne?
And Jennifer, Senate Bill 451 expired today, but another bill was rising through the ranks at the same time. House Bill 2730 would give the teachers and other state employees their pay raise. So all is good, right? Well, teachers and their union leaders aren't exactly relaxing quite yet.
I'm calling the legislators. I'm calling them to pass my pay raise bill.
That was Tuesday.
House Bill 2730, increasing the compensation of the membership of the state police and the salaries for public school teachers and school service personnel.
And one day later, House Bill 2730 has made it through the House Finance Committee and was taken up on the House floor.
Tomorrow will be on first reading. I guess Friday would be second reading. Monday morning, we would bring the bill back up for a final vote.
The governor's bill would give teachers, school service personnel, and state troopers a pay raise, and was sponsored by House Speaker Roger Hanshaw and House Minority Leader Tim Miley.
I think they're bipartisan, efforts yesterday, working together collectively, spoke volumes, and we feel very strong, and our faith has been restored in the House.
But according to Fred Albert, that trust hasn't reached the Senate, where House Bill 2730 will eventually need to go.
I'm really worried because they're talking about, it's like the son of the bill, that they're going to take the pay raise bill that's currently in and edit it till it's pretty much the same thing as 451.
A public hearing on the bill will be held Friday morning, and even though the teachers may be back in their classrooms, they're keeping an eye on the Gold Dome.
We're going to watch that closely, and we trust that our members trust us to do that and to keep them informed along the way. But we also know that that's not the governor's intent. He has the right to veto that if they should do something crazy.
And Jennifer, I also talked to a group of teachers who said that they are going to be taking turns taking personal days to make sure that somebody remains at the Capitol for the rest of the legislative session. Now, we're going to continue to keep you up to date on this story as it unfolds. But for now, live in Charleston, I'm Adrienne Robbins, 13 News, working for you.